All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. All right, good morning, Adam. How are you, sir? Brad, good morning, James. How are you? Jeff, Jose, KK, Panos, good morning, buddy. Pat, David, Tafita, David, good morning. Omer, good morning. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Jeff. All right, guys, so let's just take a quick look at what we're doing. All right, Bitcoin. So we have a channel to the upside. Market is running up. What's that? What the hell? And pullbacks are buyable against the opening price of the session, which is 28,359.54. Target number 2 is hit. Target number 3 is gonna be 29,420.75. We're looking at the next instrument. Let's take a look. All right, so all right, so the market is in the channel on the upside, and pullbacks are buyable. Globex is 72.98. So as long as we continue to hold on to that level, we should be, moving higher. Uh, Russell 2000, a rally, and we're looking for the next close at 1803.2, and you're looking at a market that needs to hold on to the Globex at 1783.2. Pullbacks are buyable in Russell. Gold. That's a consolidation phase, and you're getting a 1982.7. Really, this market is not going anywhere right here. You need to break either below 1971 and or break above 1993.8 for momentum to the upside to resume. ES. I mean, that's just one heck of a massive rally that started yesterday and it just never stopped. And the continuation of it is today as well. So the trend is long, it's extended, but that's the problem that people were having yesterday is they tried to kind of short into this extended price action. And you really have to wait for the market to completely reverse into minimum at 40.64 in order for us to even consider the idea of getting short. All right, so we're looking at NQ, and basically we need to hit that next target at 87 and a half. I mean, obviously this is a flag and we're trying to test the top end of it, and if we hit that level, momentum can pick up. Gold, you got that consolidation going on. ES on a daily basis breaking out of that consolidation pattern. The next level is 4100. YM, Globex is 32,894. Pullback are buyable. We're very close to target number 4. I understand the market is extended, but what we need to be doing this morning is watch that first half an hour and see how well the price action is pointing out. So if we see, for example, a break to 987 and a half, that would be a sign that we need to be looking for rallies as a shorting opportunity. NQ will build a captain setup short on the 70 NT Rinko at 13,041. So just watch out for that 41 level. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning. All right. 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side. Next target of this on the 200 NT Rinko is going to be the 87 half. Harmony zone number 1 is 3750, 2750, and harmony zone number 2 is 1250 and 250. Those are the zones that the market needs to continue to support in order for us to continue to rally back up. Good morning, Said. How are you? Good morning, Jose. Good morning, Gary. Josh, good morning. SNK, good morning. Mush, good morning. So, what would has have to happen, excuse me, in order for us to think in terms of a short? It's going to be 987 and a half. What has to happen in order for us to think in terms of a long and look for a signal? Get back into another cloud positive and give me a new harmony wave long and a signal at the beginning of it that will get me to be long. Right now, you're getting a harmony wave short against this cloud right here. So that's telling me that the market is pausing here. You have you have harmony zone at 37 half, 27 half that can be a good spot for the longs to start picking up some. So right now it's just a patience game and looking for price action and patterns to see how the market is reacting to them. We're getting acquainted with how the price is moving. The odds are we're going to see a little bit of a pullback here. The question is to what extent. Here you go. So we had harmony zone number excuse me. We hit harmony zone number 1 and we're bouncing right off of it to the tick. That's good to see. That's a bullish behavior. So we need to get to 67.75. That's an area that, well, actually now we have a disconnect between the 200 and the 100 NT Renko. So that tells me that the market is in a pause mode. And in order for us to get into a long bias, we have to take out that high at 75.75 in and around that area. So the odds are we may be seeing a bit of back and fill this morning. Yes, Mush, Mushingi. Yeah, Mushingi. Yep, it is. It's a Nasdaq 100. I mean, U.S. tech in Nasdaq 100 is all the top 100 um, tech companies. All right, so 30 and Tirinko is they put on a captain setup long right here. See how they came up to that zone a couple of times and bounced it right back up. I mean, that's a bullish behavior. Okay, so as far as the news cycle, we don't have much really going on. We have at 9:30 natural gas storage. We had final GDP and unemployment numbers that came in early on, and the market has reacted to it. They bought it up. That's their perception of the environment. Now later on, 2:45 Central, you get Yellen speaks, but that's later on today. It's been a quiet market in the past few days. That's channel one, channel number two. This is channel number two in this rotation. If you break 38, then you're gonna get to the 27, 26, and we'll see how well they react here. So if we're, how would the longs get trapped? They will get trapped under 87. That's how they will get trapped. Right now, they tried one more attempt at the high and they're failing it. So the market is making a lower high, and that's a negative thing to see. Ultimately, there's a lot of consolidation going on here. I'm going to be patient through it. Seventy-five, 68, 75. Okay. I mean, right now, you start breaking above, you really need to break above 75, then pull back in order for us to really be involved in this. It's a sluggish price action. We're looking for momentum. Yeah, here you go. It's a switch. It's a switch trade right here. So the expectation is to see a punch up to 70. But there's not really a lot of momentum in the market, but we may end up getting it here. I'm gonna post some orders out there just to make sure that my order entry is smooth. And here we go. Okay, we're looking good. So on the 50 NT Rinko, they're showing a captain setup short, but again, what's the personality of the day so far? What is the market telling us so far? It's quiet, lethargic, sideway, no momentum. This is what the market is telling us. Where should we expect momentum Okay. So that's a good sign for the longs. Now they need to get us up to 74. That's the level that we need to get to. Yeah, Jeff, a lot of distribution. A lot of distribution, my friend. And I mean, what would be a good choice for us right now? I think patience is a very good choice for me. All right. All right. So here we go. Let's see if we can get a pullback now and pick up an order. We need the signal. So the environment is long. Pullback are buyable. And we are looking for a signal. Now, what we're seeing here is the behavior where the market made um, oh boy, yeah, here we go. The target is 87. We talked about that. We're very, very close to it. Let's see how well they handle a pullback here. At least we're getting something here, right? All right, so that target got hit. Next target is 112.5. Harmony zone 1 is 62 half, 52 half, and 37 half, 27 half for harmony zone number 2. ES, uh, you're going to that next target is 89 and a quarter. Harmony zone number one, 76.75 by 73.75, 70 half, 67 half. So the big level here is 13,041.75 on NQ. Okay, okay, okay. Well, I mean, there's a couple of levels that we cannot necessarily pass here. If you come down to that 50 and close under that 50, we cannot. We have to wait again. And the fact that they even broke the 68 is an issue. So that pullback needed to hold above 70 and give a higher low. So the fact that the market went and ran up to target number 3, okay, that's good. You got an environment, but now you need an actual signal. So where's the signal? There's no signal. At a minimum, we needed to see the 70s hold, run up to the 80s, and give me a new harmony wave. So you break anything under 50, that's in essence, they just trap a bunch of people here. Yeah, and that's just a little bit on the nasty side, that's for sure. Here comes to that 50, and that look at the 100 NT Rinko. Now the 100 NT Rinko is out of sync again. So what is that telling me? That's telling me that the whole area up here is so far demonstrated itself to be a distribution area. So far. Breaking anything under 37, we'll start digging into harmony zone number 2, and that's almost like the last line of defense for the longs here. So the environment is connecting, then quickly disconnecting. So if we're thinking in terms of long, the market, you know, is not persistent. I mean, I could say that comfortably. They're not persistent in their effort. So whenever you have price action like this, where they just run it up, then run it down exactly about the same amount, that does not tell me that the longs are holding the prices higher with higher lows. You know, so now the whole number 100 is going to be an issue for the longs. In order for me to get involved long, I would have to see 87 again, and then a pullback, and then a signal. So, I mean, the question here also, do I go short anywhere? I mean, there's pockets of selling interest. I mean, there was one pocket right here with this inception trade short at 52 to 36. They're putting another pocket right now with this 52.75 into the 40s. Um, I'm just selecting and electing not to take a, participate in these. I'm not participating in the longs, not participating in the shorts. I want to see a bit more decisiveness here. And how does the decisiveness look like? Well, you come and break the 12 half, then that's decisive on the short side. Okay, if we break anything above 87, that's decisive on the long side. And I have a feeling that the market is ready for a bit of a correction here. But I'm not going to trade ahead of it. I'm going to wait for it to happen. Then I'll participate. Okay, here you go. So we broke that formation that was built up between 44 and 62. And in this, see that rotation that we were talking about? Okay, so that's from 52 to the 40s. You got that. And you got another rotation into it. So the shorts, basically, what did they do here? They trapped the longs into this short rotation. They needed to demonstrate strength in and around the 70s, and they just simply did not. No reason to trade it if the market is behaving like that. So, what's next? They need to hold on to disharmony zone number 2. Failure to do that will lead us to 12 half. And then rallies become shortable on a swing trade basis. And then we can swing trade that, and also we can scalp it as well. It's 9:13. It's interesting how at the top of the hour they take it all the way up, and then boom, they fade it. All right. So 3 trigger trades in a row right now, and that's the third one. And they're just kind of walking the price lower. We would like to see that happen. We'd like to see that happen, Gary, but it's not there yet. I mean, the flush is that 12, and when it happens, it will happen. You know, this is so far. You have to ask yourself a question: what is the market telling me? What's the environment? Who's getting trapped and how and why? I like to put on a trade here if all possible. ES, you got 40.64 and a quarter. That's the reversal price of the trend. So let's go back to that idea of, you know, what would constitute an environment where I could go along again? Because we got to keep asking that question. Because the market did similar. Let's open up this chart a little bit here. You see what happened kind of late yesterday? Well, it's not even late. I mean, it just in the open, the market retraced, gave us the impression that it's just going to roll over after an extended price action, right? So everybody was looking at this like, oh my God, you know, this is the short. I need to get short, and then they just run it up. So the fact that they're doing that is not enough for us to think or go short. But what would constitute the beginning of a trend on the short side is that break below 12. So I think it's important for us to be patient and wait for that if you are thinking in terms of a short market. Okay? Now the longs, again, they're extended, but I mean they can extend themselves all the way again to 116. A break above 75 would be important, and that will start a sequence. Here we go. All right, now let's see if we can get a pullback that will hold. I mean, if they do that, then I'm gonna play. Hey, Sabor Muhammadi. Okay, I'll give you a link here quick, and you can sign up for a free trial and go from there. Looking for a pullback right now. Hey, Sabor, just sent you the email, or not the email, but the link, and you could sign up for a free trial. All right. So let's find a pullback. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a pullback. Um, well, okay. Such an odd personality. Like, are you guys seeing this? I mean, we've been trading for years and years and years, and you just it's just a bit of an odd behavior in the past, you know, couple of weeks. Quiet, then they burst. They run it up, then they fade in a major way. Yeah, V V recoveries and V sell-offs. It's just an interesting market to watch. Like, okay, so we got to the 75, and I'm looking for a pullback, and boom, they just run it up. Yeah, so I just gotta wait it out and just see if I can find something worth um, trading. Let's assume the market is gonna pull back, right? Okay, they're gonna run it up around the 100, maybe 110, 20, then pull it back. Well, I can't just buy in anything. I would have to get a pullback to the middle of the range, a higher low, multi formations that tells me the market is stable. Yeah, yeah, no trades for me either. To be honest with you, ES is a lot more. Well, I mean, ES is doing exactly the same thing. I mean, he's not doing anything different. The difference is it's weaker. Yeah, that's what I noticed, Omer, as well. That's the only thing that they failed and ran it back up. Josh, yeah, I mean that's what the market. I mean, sometimes each day has its own personality. Oh yeah, that one right here. Yep, I saw that one. Because the stop of that signal is literally 26. So Josh, that's why I mean, I feel like the first half an hour, I need to spend a bit of time with the market and just get a feel for it, because each day is going to be different. And but this type of personality has been persistent in the past week or so. Be honest with you, Omer. I think you should just go ahead and get the lifetime. Get the lifetime. The Apex account that I got paid on twice, it's a lifetime. And you're paying what, 50, $60 extra, and you don't have to worry about uh, you know every month paying $90 per account, and that puts you mentally at ease. By the way, I think it's worth the extra. Well, then you don't have to. It doesn't put any pressure on you. You will just continue to. Yeah, like if it takes you however long it takes you to get to your the money amount, you don't have any pressure on you, and that's worth it for me. All right, target number two here is hit. This new target is at 112. We got very close to it, and the market just is fading a little bit here. So here we go again. I mean, I need that retracement, and I need structure. So we hit the whole number, and we're pausing here. And here we go again. Just again, they're doing similar patterns. So just watch it. Just don't jump in anywhere long. Okay? You need a stable structure from this pullback. Okay? So how does that look like? You need a railroad that gets tested with a switch trade. You need a captain setup that runs up, get tested, and holds. You know, you need a new harmony wave long. That's the kind of structures that we're looking for. I mean, just based on how the price action has been working, it's almost like it's very favorable every time they do this behavior. Instead of you paying a monthly fee, so once you get from eval to PA, Brad, and you try to pay for your account, they're gonna give you an option. Either do you want to pay monthly, which is after taxes like $90 plus, or 92, and or go for a lifetime and you pay a little bit extra, and then you don't have to worry about this constant monthly fee that you deal with. All right, so let's pay attention to this market right here. I mean, I would like to put on a trade here if it's all possible. We got a railroad long right now, and I wanted to confirm, and I wanted to rally up and pull back and test well, and then I'll participate in that. If we start breaking anything under 75, then I have to wait for the market to get to test the harmony zone number one, and that will be 62 to 52. Okay. ES is running up here, so that's good that we may be getting something here. So this railroad is holding up. We want to see how they test it. 102 is an important level for us to get to, and then we can look for a pullback as a buying opportunity. We need to see the 102. Okay. So what is that telling me? They're not getting there to that 102. They need to. They need to get there. ES is making lower highs. NQ is making lower highs. I'm patient. I'll just wait. I need better structure. I mean, just looking at the price action, what would have made me, like, what kind of trading would I had to be doing in order for me to um, take advantage of this run? I would have been, needing to buy here at that 57 and then get stopped out at the 47. And once we got to harmony zone number two, fade it against the uh, 26, buying the 37 and against the 26, and then that switch trade into that run up. So I would have been needing to play the zones, the harmony zones, and simply I did not play that game today, and that's fine. I mean, right now, see that 102 that didn't happen. That's telling you that the market right here is just still a little bit weaker. It's not showing me strength for a continuation trade. That target is 112 half. The reversal is about 110, 112 or 12 half. So if the market reverses to that level, yeah, step away from this market, Adam. Take a breather and just kind of understand what they're doing here. It's a wide range distribution zone. So you have to undertrade if you trade it with a minimum amount, and don't oversize that type of behavior. You don't have momentum. In the bigger picture, like we spent the most of the day in, what is that, from 40 to 90, what is that, about 50, 67, see, about 60, 70 points. That's all the range we've had today. It's important to recognize the environment before you place your first trade. So now what we see here, what do we see here? If they break 61, which they look like they're about to, then you're getting another disconnect of the 100 and the 200. And that will put me in a position where we're back to square one of waiting for another rally back up for momentum on the long side, and or what constitutes shorts are simply gonna have to start at that 12 and a half. The market has to get there. It cannot get close to it and then rally. It cannot get close to it and pause. It has to break that level, period. And by thinking in those terms, it's allowing me to not get sucked into some of these patterns that are just brutal. When you get, what is that, like a 60 point down, 60 point up, and 30 point down with hardly any decent retracement. That's tough trading right there. So we need to see how well they handle this zone between 95 and 86. We need to see 10. Actually, we need to see 90. 93. We need to see the 93 and how well they handle that. 93, 95. If they fade this and then break anything under 70, then that can start a structure that will break the 100 into Rinko, and then the shorts can build on that. The longs need to break above 93 and hold the pullbacks. All right, so how is everybody doing so far? Let's take a tally up here. Anybody trading? Adam Brad, Gary, any trades? Gary, Sheila, good morning, and how are you? Any trades? James, um, Jose, Ken KK, and Panos, how are we doing? Pat, how are you doing, buddy? Um, Sayed, how are you doing? Omer, how you doing? Let's see what you guys are saying here. KK Green, good deal. I mean, I figured that you will do well in this market because your bias is going to be automatically long off that open and buying every dip. Brad, break even. Okay, Adam struggling a little bit, but brother, I think the adjustment that you need to make is recognition of environment. That's what's missing here, and sizing is the second one. So if the recognition of the environment is not spot on and you size up, it doesn't take much for a blow. But don't judge yourself harshly like that. Just go back in there and just get better. Spend some time with the market before you put on your first trade. Then test with small size to see that you are in sync. Then size up once you demonstrated to yourself that your market read and your interaction with the market is spot on. So just don't judge yourself harshly, man. It's every day in every way you're getting better and better and better. Panos, I saw where that would have happened. Multiple places. That's one of them right here. That's another one right there. And let's see, where else did you? That one right there. That's three of them right there. That's that's three of them right there. Yeah, I see how that could have happened. plus 100. Pat, are you feeling any better today, man? I know you're under the weather a little bit. Sheila trying to short ES. Okay, so let's take a quick look. Anybody that has been trading for any length of time would look at this and say this is overextended, and they're right to say so. It just, you really need not to get ahead of the signal. So where would the market be a short, or at least the environment be short, is 64.25. You break 64.25, then you're getting a structure that can support a short. Right now, it's just, you could pick the top and you can get, probability of this as being a pause to a reversal is high. It just, you're better off waiting for the market to actually tell you versus you're anticipating the turn. No trades, Omer. Plus 30, Ken. Good job, Ken. No trades, James. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, and the thing is, you don't know which, like, you could be coming in on that part of the curve, Panos, and it's an issue. But it's just a numbers game. 470 for Gary. Good job. Yeah, it's a scalper environment. I mean, literally. I mean, this is capping short, this is capping, long, but that's just an aggressive scalp right there. And then now you're coming into this capping environment, short. So, if you're going to be very nimble with it, the market is giving us very, few opportunities. All right, so let's see here. Yeah, I figured that's what you were doing, KK. So, yeah, not 100%. Okay, well, I'm dealing with a sick wife at the house, so she's coughing away. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta rest. Gotta rest. Well, today they're not. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is important. See what you just saw right here? This is gonna lead itself. If we can get a one candle reversal into the 73, then that would be a failed captain setup, and potentially we can hit target number 1 and then target number 2. But that's just like, no, like, look at that. They're gonna close it up one more time. Now 790. What are you doing over there, buddy? Yeah, you have to trade what you're given or pass on it. Okay, that's interesting. No, they got to break that 93. All right, we break that 93. This captain setup now uh, is holding the price up, which is a good thing. I just want the market to be decisive here. The 200 and the 100 in sync, 50 NT Rinko and ES is long. You break 94, 93, 94. Um, you will get better results, Sheila, if you wait for the environment to be in sync with the idea that you're trading, which means that you got to have at least the 20 NT Rinko in your favor. And right here it is, and preferably having the 20 and the 50 NT Rinko in your favor on ES before you jump in. And be very selective when it's not. Like this year, I haven't been that patient, to be honest with you, with this market as much as I'm patient with it right now. I mean, this week, I've had like 3 sessions where I didn't put on a trade. That's just pretty much unheard of for me. But I'm enjoying it, to be honest with you. I'm enjoying just kind of reading the market, understanding it. Getting a feel for what they're doing. 92. Yeah, they got to get to that 94, 95. They just need to. Then we'll start looking for pullbacks as a buying opportunity. All right, here it comes. Here it comes. All right, here we go. All right, so let's see what we can do with this. All right, here we go. That's an order. That's the second order. 85s. And let's hold off on the second one. $85s, and then where's the stop? 66. So it's a 20-point stop. So I have a 20-point stop on an 85 order. In NQ. Oh, you're answering Gary? Okay. Yeah, sorry. All right, come on guys. Give me something here. Give me something. I couldn't have just went long at 95. I mean, I'll keep that order open, and I'll see how well they handle a pullback here. I mean, if they run it anything past that 105, then I would have to cancel my order and just look for another spot. And they may be doing that right now. God dang it. So we have the environment, we have the behavior. I'm just simply, you know, where I'm placing my orders, I'm not executing. So I need those three things to kind of come together for me. Anything above 104, I'm going to cancel my order. Yeah, actually, I'm canceling my order. All right, well, we'll sit and wait and see if I can find another one. We need a pullback, and a pullback that holds on to 74. So the market's telling me I would have had to buy 94 in in order for me to participate in this trade, and the reality is that would have been too aggressive for this environment. So that's I passed on doing that, and I was looking for a pullback, but I feel the read is correct, right? The read here is correct. The environment is long, the behavior is long, the signals are long, but we're not getting filled. So let's keep trying. We need to close above that 12 half, and that will close that rotation, and the market can look into the next one. So what happened there right now is very critical for the rest of the day in a way. The fact that they just reversed it that quickly against that the 112 half. If we don't resume our pressure upward and break the 76, that is going to be a problem for all the longs up here. Ninety-four to 110, 15 points. So what will constitute a long here if the market wants to stabilize this? A railroad long consolidation and a higher low with a switch trade, or a combination of signals in and around this area. So let's wait and see. If we break this 84, that's going to be another issue here for price action. Yep, they closed it. So now this is the struggle for the market. The struggle is to continue to hold on to 65 and protect harmony zone number one. The longs need to present that narrative, or and then break that 112. Or if that structure, all of it here fails, it's going to fail in a very specific way. It's going to fail under 65. Then you start digging through the harmony zone one, and that will lend itself to uh, price action between zone one and zone two, and then eventually you'll see the 112. So that 65 is going to be very important. What the hell happened here? Yeah, I mean it's a railroad long at 92 into target number one. Um, I'm looking for the 70 NT Rinko to be in sync with this structure, and it will get back in sync at 112. So I'm asking the market to do a lot more in this kind of environment, and my criteria for entry is a little bit tighter, and that's why I passed on that trade. So I mean, this is good in a way. I mean, you got a captain set up long, ran it up, came back, retested the middle of the range, ran it up, and it just we need to get to that 112 again, and then pull back and give me an entry point. That's what I'm looking for. So this way, at that point, we will have this structure, and the upward structure with a pullback to protect the the stability of my entry. And any add-on that I could add to that trade will be a lot more stable that way. Right now, where we at, the environment is long, but there's a bit of distribution going on at these levels, and that 112 is struggling. So hence me asking for more. I know it's a little bit tighter than I usually trade, but in this current environment, that's what I have to kind of do. I mean, I've seen a lot of trades. I've seen this short here. I've seen the long upward. I've seen this one. This is a spear trade, but that's super aggressive. You got a trigger trade, trigger trade short. That one failed. Two of them worked. You have this rotation long. You have an inception trade short, uh, and you have multiple switch trades that struggled today. So there was a lot of signals within the system. Is I it's almost like a dial. I turn on the dial to super aggressive in the hopefully in the right environment, or I can dial it super conservative if the market is wonky like this. Okay, so and it depending on my market read is how far I turn the dial, either aggressive or conservative. You have to have multiple modes to you. You cannot be always super aggressive or always super conservative. You have to vary that according to the environment. Dial right, dial left. Ooh, yeah, here we go. So the market has put a structure right now with that break of that 87. Yeah, if you're one thing always, you will always struggle. If you're always aggressive, you'll struggle. If you're always conservative, you will struggle. You got to develop that flexibility of switching. Yeah, this area is struggling. 65554. Yeah. So as the market inches higher, you could see that the energy of the market is getting sucked out of this market. So that 61 will be important. That would be the break of the 100 NT Rinko. Yeah. Okay, that's that one. Okay. That's 1030 right now. See that 87, 87, 87. Yeah, that was a very important level. 5477. Okay. Yeah, you see what they're doing here. We're about to close the 100 NT Rinko ES. Um, Structurally is obviously still long, but we're We're seeing a bit of weakness coming through this market right now. A little bit of weakness. We're asking the market to do more in this environment, but a 100 NT wrinkle break below 61, uh, that will disconnect the 200 from the 100, and on a scalping basis, rallies can be shortable against that high and against that close of 112. I'm gonna take just a moment, get some water. I'll be back. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. They got very close to that 61. Did not break it. So longs are present. Okay. So distribution going on here and accumulation at the 60 75 zone. Fine. Fine. If they want to show me strength, they would have to close at 93. Then pullbacks, I can evaluate for signals to buy. That's what I would have to do here. If they break the 61 in the 50s, then there potentially could be a pressure toward harmony zone number 2, which is 37.27, and then a break below 13 can set the stage for rallies being shortable on a swing trade basis at that point. That's the market I'm reading right now. These are the levels I'm going to wait for. closing this candle on the 20 NT Rinko will set up a switch trade and a push in the into target number 2 potentially at 55. So a little bit more persistence here from the shorts. So we're breaking this captain setup along and retesting it right here. All right, so if we break anything above 87.75, that'll be a captain setup long on the 50 NT Rinko. So I'm going to call you FX. Thank you for your question. Captain setup is a minimum of 4 candle formation. So where the market consolidate and does not break, in this case, the low of 77.5 and makes a minimum of 4 candle formation and breaks above it. So that would be a captain setup. And you could put that formation on just about any chart. This chart is a 2010 Rinko bar, Ninja Rinko bar. So you gotta get that bar and then put those parameters 20 by 10 on that chart. I mean, you have 200 NT Rinko, you have 100 NT Rinko, we got 50 NT Rinko, 70 NT Rinko. There's a lot of them. But that formation works on all time frames. It works on stocks. It works on So what happens if we break 87? We're not too far away. That'd be a captain setup on the 50 in Tirinko. Then 93 will need to close, and then pullbacks become buyable again. That will get the 200 and the 100. They're still in sync. So, I mean, that's kind of the direction that we need to be kind of conscious of. But 87 to 93 close, that will set the stage for a sequence of trades to the upside. If we break 65, most likely we're going to hit 60, and that will close the 100 in Tirinko lower, which means that the market will be out of harmony at that point. So either the 93 or the 61, and both will become actionable at that point. Actually, the 93 is actionable. The 60 level becomes a waiting period to see how strong the shorts are, and ultimately they have to break the 112. All right, guys, so it's 11 o'clock right now, and we're kind of done for the day. We attempted a couple of times to get executed no fills on a strict criteria, and have no trades today. But that's fine with me. So that's how we're going to end up the day. Let's take a look. That's a report. Okay. They keep coming to it, you know. They keep coming to it. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I thought I was talking in the mic. Okay, so equity high. We're very close to equity high. We're 22,313. Equity high was 523, and we're just sitting here, really looking for high quality, setup. And today, in the past couple of days, it's been, things have been just my criteria. I restricted my criteria. I made it a little bit more strict in what qualifies as a trade. And I see the market like really rallying, but it just there's no pullbacks to so I can measure risk a little bit better. So ultimately, didn't take any trades today or yesterday for that matter, but that's fine. We have tomorrow, we have next week, we have the week after that. We'll keep doing what we're doing. All right, so last look at the market here. We are looking for a, a break above 94. If you get that, that will get the market in sync. But well, actually now the 100 in Rinko is out of sync. So now you really need a push to 99, then a pullback. So that's fairly lethargic price action with very tight distribution and accumulation zones. The market is holding on to harmony zone number 1, but whenever we get up to that 100 level, a whole number, you're seeing a bit of a fade. Very tight. So it's a scalping environment with tight stops and tight targets. And really not a lot of swing trades going on right here or momentum of either direction. The longs are the dominant force, and till proven otherwise. And to prove it otherwise, you really have to break the 312. When we think in ES terms, a little bit weaker, you're testing harmony zone number 1, and harmony zone number 2 is 70 and 67, that range. For the market to reverse, you have to go to 40, 64 and a quarter. A close under that will trigger rallies to be shorted and target to be 40.58, and a break below that will lend itself to a selling pressure that will retest a reversion to the mean type of decision or environment where you could see 40.30 out of it. So the consequences of a market reversal here can be very significant for the shorts. Well, because the environment that we are in, Sheila, is accumulation and distribution against this very tight range. There's nothing, it's not an active environment I should trade in. At least that's the decision I made. Okay? And that's my read of the market. Some of you made good money today, scalping and fading against those ranges. I mean, those are available trades for you. Literally, you just wait for the cloud to shift and you go railroad, and, potentially another railroad at 75. You got a railroad long here. The railroads are working all over the place. Trigger trade, that failed. You got, switch trades are not performing as well today, but you got yourself railroads here and another railroad right there. That one failed. So you have some failures and some working, but the majority of them are working. But that means that you have to came into today with a very scalpy mentality or an accumulation mentality, where any dip you're accumulating for run-ups. All right, that's it from you guys, and we'll do this again tomorrow. James, we have a training session today. I'm sending you a direct message. Just take a look.